Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing tonight? It's Tacoma Comics, and I did it again. I went live, and I was like, I don't have anybody in the chat. And then I'm like, well, don't get so gassed up in your head, man. Maybe you're just not that big of a deal. Nobody jumps in your chat. And then about 10 minutes in, I'm like, that icon in the corner is wrong. I'm on my other channel. I'm on my school channel. No wonder nobody's watching me. So maybe nobody's going to come in, but at least I'm on the right channel now. This is a preview for my auction, Comic Book Lurkers. You know, that was hysterical. I just did this whole thing about, I wonder if the lurkers are going to come in and watch me, and I realized I was on the wrong channel. So shout out to you, because Perry, you know what's good. I'm watching you while I'm doing my live because I love what you're doing with this lurking thing. You got it. This is muted, so if you're saying something, I appreciate it, but I can't hear you. Just to let you know that I'm going to be previewing some books for my auction, and I love that you're doing this, man. You are the best, dude. You're the best. So auction Friday night on my channel right here. Tacoma Comics. If you live on the right coast, it will be 8 p.m. your time. If you live on the left coast, it will be 5 p.m. Little caveat. I see him waving now, right? The delay. He's seeing what I'm seeing, what I was showing him. That's awesome. I'm going to trigger the auction like 25 to 30 people. If like 3 people show up, I'm not going to start selling my books because that's just a little crazy, right? But 25, 30, and we'll get going. So anyway, this is first up. I got it. It's 4th print. I was pretty happy with it. It was a good book. Don't really necessarily want to keep it in my collection, so that'll be a nice way for somebody to get a hold of that kind of cheap because you know it's just a good book. I got a little collection here of some DC stuff. Everything you see will be bagged and boarded properly. It ain't bagged and boarded properly yet, but we're gonna be throwing down the Rebirth as first print, of course, because that's how we roll. We're gonna do the little Wonder Woman one-shot. That's a beautiful cover, beautiful cover. Going to be throwing that down live. And we've got a little Frank Quietly Superman here with, Grant Morrison. Don't know much about this run. I've got this as a beautiful cover. That'll be in this lot. Little connecting cover from the Metal tie-ins. That's a beautiful cover. Unfortunately, it's done by a Nazi scumbag. But if you're a fan, my apologies. No, not really. You shouldn't be a fan of him anymore. Super Sons, #1. There we go. There we go. Hey, I got some people in the chat now. I wonder if that's because Perry sent them my way. New Superman, #1. Shade the Changing Girl, Little Young Animal, #1. Got 4 people in the chat. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good evening, Sleepy Reader. This is a little auction preview I got going on. Batman Incorporated, #1. That's the Grant Morrison. Hey, there's another Grant Morrison here. Batman 2. I think this is the origin of Gotham Boy and Girl. Yeah, Adam. Perry is a tastemaker, dude. You know, if you're on his channel, you've made it. This little Rebirth #1, one shot, and then the All-Star Batman #1 in the continuing. So I like the, hey, my ratio is good. 4 watching, 4 likes. You can't beat that. Dude, Perry's still here. I wish I had the sound up, but I don't want to get that feedback. So I'm going to watch his show in the rewind because I think it's hysterical that he's watching me. He's watching me, watch him, watch me, and talking about it. He is the best, dude. Perry is the dopest. So I bought this from Poor Man's Comics about, I don't know, about 6 months ago. It was my second copy. Why'd I get 2 copies? I don't know. In the back of my mind, I was thinking I'm just going to get like all my favorite X-Men and double up on all those keys, and Dazzler's going to make it big and stuff. And then I'm like, there's books I don't have that I want. I'd rather get rid of the ones I got doubles of. So that will be in the auction. It's in pretty decent condition. You look at the 40, there's a little bit of discoloration there. The spine is not perfect for like a 1978 book or 1979 book. There's a little tick there, but I mean it's really presentable, really good. And these, I'm just going to throw in these Sienkiewicz Dazzler covers because why not? That's pretty cool. So somebody can get that for mid range. I'm trying to get like, hey, 5 and 5 guy from Red Bank. Thank you. The auction, Sleepy Reader. Thank you for asking because I'll repeat it as much as I have to. It's Friday night. This Friday night. 8 o'clock if you're on the East Coast, 5 p.m. if you're on the left coast. So I'm just trying to mix the lots up. I'm trying to get some cheap stuff for people who maybe don't have a lot of money, and some stuff for people who are trying to start a collection. I try to do a little bit of everything. So this next lot's a semi-modern Marvel lot. It's got that Civil War II #3 still polybag. That's the death of Bruce Banner. If you collect the Max line, there's #1 Fury. Like I said, all these are going to be bagged and boarded properly. Hey, Chris Barrett. It says from Chris Barrett. Oh, you're interested in that book for Chris Barrett? Come to the auction, man, or find me on Instagram and DM me an offer. I'm not like obligated to sell these things via auction. A little Ta-Nehisi Coates on Captain America #1. Invisible Woman #1. Hawkeye is getting pretty popular right now. This Hawkeye, this beautiful Kate, what's her name? I can't remember her name. I'm getting a little crazy here. Kate Bishop, because she's written by Katie Thompson, or Kelly Thompson. My mind's exploding with confusion. We're gonna hit up a little Silver Surfer Black because some of you love this book. I was not one of them, and I wanted to go to somebody good and somebody happy. If you didn't read this, man, this ties in with that Civil War II #3. This is where Matt Murdock has to defend Clint Barton for the charge of killing Bruce Banner. And that also goes with The Fallen, which was I don't have, unfortunately. The Fallen is the Civil War II, The Fallen. It's the funeral of Bruce Banner. Those three together are, especially the tie-ins, are great comics. I know a lot of people are like, they weren't down with Civil War II, and I get that. There was a lot of exposition, but I dug it. But you really had to get into it because those two tie-ins were great, in my opinion. This is a nice Champions. Jim Zub wrote about school shootings. Unfortunately, a little sadder, but it's good to see how teens deal with that and how popular media helps them deal with that. Champions #1. I'm not going to put two in the same lot. I just haven't taken them apart. Everything here will be bagged and boarded properly. This Champions, this Hook Lee, it's beautiful, but something about it I don't love, and I know other people do. So God bless them; they'll get it, man. You'll get it cheap, I guess. So let's see. Talking about stuff that some people love, some people don't. I got the whole set of the little Kodak. I don't know what you're going to call these. The snapshot B covers. I have no problem with this story dealing with mental health crises. I think that's really important. Anybody who thinks that's the problem with the story is, you know what? I don't know the Flash, so I wasn't upset with like the Flash doing bad things at the end. If that's what you think happened, I didn't really follow it. What I am upset with is what I thought was a good, promising series ended with one of the worst written issues I've ever read of any comic anywhere ever. It was just awful. It's just like an insane amount of exposition and narration and just like, just an explanation of how everything made sense in the last 8 books. But nothing happened. I was like, oh my Lord. So anyway, I didn't like it, but hopefully somebody did. Let's pause to check the chat. Let's turn up Perry. I like your Crown Molding indie comic anywhere ever. It was just awful.
When I bought my house, we didn't have Crown Molding, so I had to install it myself.
It just makes the house narrow. All right, so the chat. Let's see that Dazzler. Yeah, Chris, hit me up. We'll talk about it. David Mack cover, which I didn't even catch which cover I showed you that was David Mack. Dang. Yeah, Silver Surfer Black. Didn't love it too much. I get where it was going. The art was good, but it was okay. All right, this next lot is going to be a little bit like higher level Marvel. She-Hulk #1 newsstand. She-Hulk 34. I think is that Jim Lee? No, it's John Byrne. The tribute to Demi Moore's Vanity Fair cover. Avengers 257. This is a really nice copy. This is the first appearance of Nebula. And the Power Pack. We're talking a power pack of comics right there. So yeah, Friday night, 8 p.m. on the West Coast and 5 p.m. on the East Coast right here. Let's take a look at what else is going on. This is a little indie mix that I put together here. Hopefully you guys are all digging it. Includes the source #1. I got to check. I think that's the second printing. I will definitely make sure before I sell anything. little Black Hammer #1, and that's a beautiful copy. You can see where Dimple's starting, but there ain't no, you know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing there. There ain't no crease yet. It's tick yet. Phonogram, if you're down with Kieran Gillen and his new book that sold out before the first printing. And die #6, the Stephanie Hans cover. I've got 2 copies of the Hans cover, 2 copies of the cover B, and Pope C. I've got 3 or 4 copies of the Virgin variant of the Stephanie Hans cover. Black Badge #1 is down in there. 2 copies of Moonshine #1. This is a great comic. I hope it continues. It never ended. I don't know if they just weren't selling well or what. You know, sometimes things just don't make it. Huck #1. You like Jonathan Hickman and all the Gliffy stuff he does with his X-Men right now? Check out Dying in the Dead #1. That is great. I really liked Risso is awesome on that Pope C. So guy from Red Bank. I love Moonshine. I mean, it's a werewolf horror / 1930s gangster mashup, and you know, by the guys who brought you 100 Bullets. So what more can you say? There you go, Harbinger. This is the last issue of Harbinger, so it's kind of a big deal. Little scarce, low print run. I found this. This is the first appearance of Prophet. This was popular for like a good 2 seconds. I don't really want it. It's not worth much, but I'll throw it in this #1 lot of great stuff. Hey, Nerdy, how you doing? Thank you. Perry's gone on somebody else. That was awesome. That was so awesome how long he was here. Royal City #1. Velvet #1. Ed Brubaker. Woo, that was a great comic. Depth or Department H. You know, I read the whole series. I love this series. I never realized that Department H also spelled depth until my friend pointed it out, and I was like, my God, I'm an idiot. And then the last one in this is just another copy of Max. So there you go. That's going to be a nice little indie lot of #1s plus a few extras. Let's see what else. I'm going to do this little lot here. This little lot here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossovers. This is just a 3-book lot. It's got Usagi and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's got Savage Dragon and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it's got Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So all you turtle fans out there, I got a little lot for you. I never read Brubaker's Daredevil run. I heard that was good. I would really love to read that because, I mean, anything I've read of his, this stuff was on point. This is the big lot I'm going to save for last. Little horror lot here. And it includes Lock and Key #1, 2nd print. And it's really cool or interesting. You know how you usually read barcodes, right? And it would say 01112 if it was the first issue, 2nd print. It doesn't say it there, but on the inside cover where it has all the information, it does say 2nd print. So I've got #1 and #3 from like every 6 books they gave different names to. And then I've got #2 and #4 of Head Games, which was the 2nd volume in this. So, yeah, I have a first print, Pope, but I'm not selling it. I've got this cool one, which is this is the first issue of, I don't know, of Crown of Shadows, and I've got that, and I've got a free comic book day version of it. It says right there at the bottom. And then rounding out will be the Witches Halloween special, almost a year old now. I get 2 copies of that. Thank you, Pope Grimy, for sending me a copy of that. Unfortunately, I'd already bought it, but of course, I'm selling the one I bought. I'm not selling the one that somebody somebody gave me. I would never do that. All right. This is a little older Marvel lot, like copper, bronze. And some of these are not in good condition. I just thought somebody starting out a collection maybe wants to throw like 10, 15 bucks and get a bunch of cool books. So Moon Knight #1, right from here, that presents really well. From here, you're like, ooh, that's a $1 book. And yeah, I got it for like $1 or $2. So same thing with Captain Marvel #1. From here, it's like, ooh, Captain Marvel #1. From here, it's like, oh, it's ticked, right? It's ticked and it's water damaged. A little more Captain Marvel on the back there. So this is, like I said, this is not a great condition lot. Red Sonja, number 1, and Red Sonja She-Devil Sword, which is actually a different series, number 2. And that Sonja also has some ticks. So I'm thinking, somebody who wants these books but maybe doesn't have a lot of money, some kid or some new collector can start off a nice collection. Now this is nice though, right? I'm throwing this in there, this Cloak and Dagger. That's sweet. All right, you can see we're not ticking up there. That's number 1 in the 4-issue limited series. Same with this Doctor Strange, number 3. It's in pretty darn good condition. I'm also throwing in Jungle Action. This is the origin of the Black Panther. This would be an expensive book if it was not for that. So again, trying to treat some people to a nice little low-level cash treat here. Nam, number 1. I think it's a newsstand. And number 2, it's not a newsstand. Those are in good condition as well. Throwing in a little X-Force 4, 3rd appearance of Deadpool. X-Factor 10, the Marvel 25th anniversary. Web of Spider-Man 30. I think this is a minor key, but it's just like a, it's a classic book more so than a key. And finally, throwing in Marvel Age 30. Is that 34? 38. This is the first appearance of He-Man from the comics. Depending on how the auction goes, who's there, and what the money looks like, I got another lot here that I might be selling, and that's just a 2-book lot. I can always sell this. I can always keep this. Ain't going to hurt me either way. But this lot would consist of Art Germs variant on, I can never remember what this book is because it never says what this book is. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 1. This is the, what's his name? Chip Zdarsky run on Peter Parker. It's a KRS special. It is signed by Art Germ. So you got this little Spidey thing that also looks like Deadpool. You've got Laura Kinney's claws here. You've got, I don't know, Deadpool's sword or somebody's sword, and then you got Mary Jane, and it's a black and white sketch, and it's gorgeous. I think it's time to part with it, but it might not be. I don't know. And if that goes for enough, I might then throw in Stephanie Hahn's 1 in 25 House of X, number 1. Powers of X, number 1. I can't keep it straight. I'm sorry, guys. Powers of X, number 1. Yeah, they are very nice covers. And even though I've got 2 of the Hans, I love. Hey, Mr. D, how you doing? I'm good. I'm good. Showing some preview for the auction. Oh my God, Perry's back on me. Either I'm exciting or he's just awesome because he knows where the good stuff is. Thanks for lurking, guys. Let's see who else is lurking. Hunter Thompson is lurking. Guy from Red Bank is here. Let's see, Mr. D is here. Is Thomas Church? Thomas Churchill is here. Wow. All right, this is probably going to be the last lot that's going to be in this auction, and this is going to fill a medium box. It's going to be $14 shipping. I don't know. I might just put a price and say first person to hit the price gets it, or I might just let the bidding go. I don't know. I'll shut up and stop talking, start showing. So it starts with X-Men number 1, 2 of the covers. Yay, whatever. You've seen those before. It goes into another copy of X-Force 4, the 2nd and 3rd appearance of Deadpool. Your character can command money in the 3rd appearance. That's pretty cool. Well, I think that's Dazzler on X-Men 217. X-Men 239, first cover appearance of Mr. Sinister. X-Men 241. X-Men 242. Some of these might be minor keys. Some of these are not, but these are a nice run. That's my Charles with him in that yellow chair. Absolutely, my friend. I agree. 243, 249. Here's another minor key. X-Men 256. Something to do with Psylocke becoming Psylocke-ish, more Psylockean. I can't remember. 258, 269. Great Rogue cover. You start getting into like the Image Comics guys, right? So Jim Lee and Will Portasio start doing these covers, and they look really awesome. 271, probably one of the worst covers in this whole time period. 275. Just doesn't work for me. But then check this out. First full appearance of the Bishop. 283. I don't have his cameo in 282. Don't know why the cameo goes for more than the first appearance, because look at Storm and Bishop. So awesome. 284. And then, oh my gosh, Whilce Portacio. He's kind of like the unsung hero, but like of Image, of like the first 8 guys that left Marvel to go to Image. But Whilce Portacio, I mean, for this cover and this cover alone is a freaking genius, right? I think he did. I know he did this one. I think there is signatures here that are covered. On the inside, it just says visual plotting by Jim Lee and Whilce. So if anybody knows who did this cover for sure, please let me know. So I can't find a signature anywhere else. But anyway, these 2 covers, oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, that's just amazing. Pope C says he's out of the game for a little bit, but he might buy stuff for me. Pope C, you're the best. I think that's Archangel flying off. 285 and 286. 293. Claremont has now left the building. 297. 298. 306. 307. 308. I know we're getting to the 300s. Nobody wants these, but hey, be nice. 309. 311. 312. And a lot of these still have like those Marvel cards inside intact. Or some of these, I want to say a lot of these. And all these books, 313, all of these books are like 7.0 to 8.5, maybe like 9.0, not much above 9.0, with a few exceptions. Like, for example, this one, which I just love this cover. And Rogue and Magneto and that purple and that green. Oh my God, what great cover. What great color. A little new X-Men action here, just because I have an extra. Much later Uncanny X-Men. Look at this Greg Land cover. Matt Fraction writing, Greg Land right at the end of the X-Men run. That was so awesome. Mr. D, I don't know, but anybody watching, Mr. D wants to know what the first appearance of Onslaught was. So nice. You got to have it twice, because I just happened to. So I'm throwing those. Oh, I have it 3 times. Oh, who's the best X-Men ever? So we got Wolverine 20, Wolverine 21, great cover. Wolverine 50 in some fine condition there. Wolverine, oh, I don't know, 58, 71, 71 again. If you only want 1 copy of 71, you just have to tell me. I don't have any need to give you 3 of them in this lot. 73. One of those nice shiny 90s covers. 75. Hologram. Strike. Isn't it great that technology came so far that when the Marvel did the lenticulars, they didn't work as good as the holograms they did 25 years earlier. 50s, I don't know. This is another beautiful cover, 78. So nice. You got to have it twice. You don't want that twice, but you want the next one twice. Oh, actually, no. Look at this one. Right? It's so weird that like the lettering was there in 78. Then they came here in 79. They just expanded it like this and did a weird coloring in the background, and weird in a good way. And then they went back to it in 80. Now this is the X tube, the test tube X23. So it's a minor key, but it still goes for like $5 each. It says direct edition there. This one is the same in the newsstand. Unfortunately, my newsstand is not in the best condition. It's wrinkly and jinkly, and it's missing some paper. But I'm throwing it into this mega lot. And then this is the last one in the lot. So that's a mega lot there that I am just gonna throw up and see who wants to bid on it, because that is a nice lot of books. If you're just starting out, you want to get some cash, or you want to get some comics cheap, start a nice little thing. That's the way to go. So let's see. Thomas Churchill comes with the knowledge. X-Men 53 was the first appearance of Onslaught. Mr. D says it was an X-Men title. These books made him think of it. What happened to Wolverine's body? I don't know in which issue you meant, but I was looking at some of these. I don't know if it's one of these or one in my own collection. There's one Wolverine I looked at today that had, no, I don't have it. It's got the worst art ever. It's over here. Check this out. I hope it's over here. I feel really stupid calling you guys over. It's got to be this last one, or I'm wrong. Oh, no, it's not one of these. All right, I put it away in my room the other day. I'm sorry. I just had this book, and I just looked at it, and I'm like, somebody screwed up on the art in that. It was so weird. So weird. Anyway, guys, I'm here. I'm done. I appreciate everybody coming here, and more than ever, I appreciate Perry's Comics for what he did for me tonight, what he does for the community on a daily, nightly basis. He's going to start lurking on his own shows. He's going to split himself. He's awesome. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. My auction is Friday, this Friday, the 16th, 8 p.m. East Coast time and 5 p.m. West Coast time. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the new people I haven't met before. Thank you, and good night. Sorry, Pope C. Pretty awesome. But I got to shut it down. You guys get yourself a chat going and talk later.